Black South Africans rather join with the DA party than join with the EFF and MK. Take a minute to think about that. They rather work with farmer apartheid people, people who have known to be insane, eraser things. They've been two members of the one had on blackface. They suspend him, which doesn't make no sense. They have others caught on video calling, saying the most heinous thing towards black South Africans, and they still rather put in these people in power than Julius Malema, who is fighting for the citizens of South Africa.
If you look at that parliament today, the happiest people is white people in that parliament. The happiest people is the DA, because it's the biggest winner out of this GNU sellout government. President Ramaphosa has once more sold out South Africa like he did in 1994 when he did not attend Nelson Mandela's inauguration, which today he speaks very highly of him for opportunistic reasons. So we as the EFF are going to consolidate the progressive forces in this parliament and make sure that we hold this government accountable.
So guys, what do you think about that? What Julius Malema just stated? Do you agree with him that President Ramaphosa sold out South Africa to the DA party, which is a running team? It's not just he saying this; it's been whispering in here and there, because even now with the government, they still cannot come out with a cohesive argument. They keep infighting and bad talking each other now. So you know it's not working, because he want to stay in power. He chose the DA party over EFF, MK, and all other parties. South Africa has President Ramaphosa have no right to put back white people in any form of power. We see what happened when they had power, and how hard it was to relinquish. And if he continues down this path and they gain more power, it's gonna be a revisit of the farmer pre-1990-1994 colonial times. So anyway, listen to this next thing that Julius Malema said, and I'm gonna dissect it. Boom.
We give this government just a year, and if it doesn't collapse within a year, it will not go beyond 2 years. We can guarantee South Africans a progressive government is coming in, which will transform the land, nationalize the banks, and ensure that there is enough jobs for all our people and fight poverty. It's not for the first time he speaks about beneficiation. He's not going to be a part of people who are going to initiate beneficiation in South Africa, because exporting is to the benefit of his masters.
So, Julius Malema just stated that he don't believe that government gonna last a year, 2 years at most. And again, even though he's the one speaking this saying this out front, a lot of people, there's whispers going around from what I'm seeing and listening and reading about this government, and it's not. I don't see how they're gonna make it with the current uprising that's going on the continent, which means people are now not sitting back anymore and just listening and accepting what politicians are saying, because they are corrupt, they are liars, they are thieves, and people are now standing 10 toes deep and saying we need representation. We don't need like what happened in Kenya with the riots, and when President Ruto just fired his entire cabinet. Why? Because the people rose up and stood on business, said that they want it to work for the country, not against the country. So anyway, and this surprises me so much that South Africans have so much infighting. I'm talking about the citizens. There's too much infighting in South Africa currently going on with, especially with tribe, with the Zulus and the other different tribes. There's too much tribalism going on. There's too much division between black people in South Africa. A lot of division is between them. 'Cause look, South Africa has 11 party take part in election. The fact that they have 11 parties says a lot. They are not willing to put their differences aside to work together. They should not have so much party. If you had 3 party at most, they should have had it. If you don't like the EFF, join the MK. If you don't like either one of them, join the ANC. But you cannot spread the vote all over, while all the white citizens voted for the DA party. That's in itself show you that they are erasers. I don't want to say that word. I'll use the word erasers from now. They are erasers because they're trying to erase us. So that's my point. They stick together. Even though they don't like one another, they still stick together. Why are we? Why? Look at it. All 10 party fought against EFF, from the ANC to the DA, the PFP, and every single one of them targeted the EFF party. Why? There's no way you're gonna target a person if you don't find what they're saying is ring some form of truth and facts. So they targeted him, and now they are joining forces with the. This is my point. They rather join forces with the DA party, a eraser party that don't like black people. Black South Africans rather join with the DA party than join with the EFF or the MK. Take a minute to think about that. They rather work with farmer apartheid people, people who have known to be insane, eraser things. There have been two members of the one had on blackface. They suspended him, which doesn't make no sense. They have others caught on video calling, saying the most heinous thing towards black South Africans, and they still rather put in these people in power than Julius Malema, who is fighting for the citizens of South Africa. This blows my mind. Say too much of infighting, and we rather work with whites than we rather work on our own. How much hatred they can have for Julius Malema, who is fighting for his people, for land to be rich. Why am I? You know, man. um, for taking back land, for having a public, a bank for the citizens of South Africa, a public bank, because they privatize it. Um, Infrastructure. Trying to make it, you cannot, he's trying to refinance the banking system by, if you paid on more than half on your house, um, they cannot take it back and sell it from you. So he's putting in things in play that people need, but they don't watch that. They're watching what people are saying about him. They are trying and doing their best to get Julius Malema in prison. Why? Because he have so many court cases and he win every single court case. Now this VBS come back up again. That's been resurfacing about he accepted money from. Who is more corrupt than the ANC part, who stole billions from the citizens? The DA party are also corrupted, getting money from the powers to be and from the colonizers. Other parties also take money from the Oppenheimers, but yet they want to fight against Julius Malema. So this shows you that there's too much divide in South Africa currently, and that is what causing um this this like up and down, this hill and gully kind of government where they cannot give one cohesive statement or argument up to since they're in power, since election, since November. They still cannot have a cohesive not since December, since I forget when the election was. They cannot have a cohesive argument up to today. They still have this major infighting going on right now and fighting for position and fighting for power. It boggles my mind that they actually put the DA people in places of power. They are operating in ministries. They have 6 ministries. Imagine that. 6. That you cannot tell them that they have the minister and the deputy minister in these ministries. They can't tell them nothing basically. It blows my mind that our South Africans are accepting this. Anyway, let me know what you think about this in the comment section. As always, I don't know. Telephone, like, comment, subscribe. Boom.